So Michelle and I had a little chat. We had a little talk, discussion yesterday. Actually made a video about it. I'll show it to you guys at the tail end of this one. And it was a discussion that tied into a little bit of what we talked about yesterday. Now, I really do appreciate and thank you all for your watching the video and engaging, commenting, your critique, your response, your opinions, your thoughts, your comments. Mostly good, mostly positive, mostly confirming my thoughts and theory behind the fact that I'm not crazy, maybe, but also a few that showed up that proved that there is still a percentage of evil that exists out there, and they want to spread this evil in the comment section and across social media, because I can pretty much guarantee you that they would never do that to your face in real life. With that being said, I probably wouldn't have the conversation I had shared with you guys yesterday with the world. Therefore, there would be no opportunity for them to respond. But that's, we're splitting hairs here now. But either way, some of the comments I had to actually hide, and they were held for review. They were held for hate speech, potentially harmful, hidden comments, and others I had to flag because they were just racist, basically. Apparently, there's a large percentage of people out there who still have a problem with the color of my skin and me existing as a human being, and they want to express that in the comment section here. And I don't want this to get misconstrued with what I'm going to share with you later, but I do want it to be taken as a grain of salt in consideration for folks out there who are on social media, who are putting themselves out there, who are theoretically trying to build relationships or maybe even find some form of validation for themselves. Today it's a tricky time. It's very confusing, a lot going on. People are scared, people are worried, people are panicking. And I don't want it to be misconstrued that nobody cares about you. But I do want you to understand how or why they may care about you, because likes on a video or likes on an Instagram post or likes on a Facebook share or a reel or views or subscriber growth or follower count going up, all these different things do not necessarily translate into anyone actually really caring, okay? It literally, YouTube themselves have said that the act of liking and subscribing is so minuscule and so minute that they don't even consider it a serious metric anymore in gauging the success of a video or a channel, and in regard to how they would then promote it and push it with more impressions and more reach and more suggestion. Because literally, hey, you guys all seen it probably before. You start a brand new video from somebody you've never seen before, and before the first 30 seconds are up, hey, welcome to the channel. Please smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. Well, why would I do that? And I haven't even heard anything yet from you so far that would make me like the video or want to subscribe for more. But people would do it because you would ask them, because you would be polite, because you smiled, because you were pretty, because you were in a certain location or whatever it may be, okay? Or you offered them something. Hey, there's a giveaway coming up or whatever. Regardless, that is such a small indication of someone caring that YouTube has literally just canceled it out as far as how the algorithm looks at satisfaction and engagement from viewers. But this goes across the board for all algorithms. And what you'll find out is, unfortunately, this terrible situation that not just creators, but people in general, because I think there are more people posting and trying to engage with virtual strangers, some of which are super evil, some of which are paid actors and paid and hired haters, some of which are technology and AI bots. Some of them are your friends, or at least you think they're your friends. Like, there are probably more people sharing pictures, photos, videos, content online out of hobby or daily habit than actual creators who view it as a job or a profession or anything like that. And unfortunately, from a professional perspective of a creator, content creator, YouTuber, social media influencer, however you want to describe it, I look at it from a different angle, and I have thicker skin because of this and because of how long I've been doing it and because of all that I've seen and the different roles that I've had, yada, yada, yada. But for those who don't do it that way, who don't look at it that way, unfortunately, this is a dangerous, slippery slope that we're on, because you post something and you get no response, and now you feel bad. You post something and you begin to get a response, so now you feel good. You post a lot of some things and you continuously get good response, and now you feel good. And then all of a sudden you post something and you get no response, and now you feel bad again. And now you actually feel worse than you did the first time you posted something and you didn't get a response, because you've grown a following and subscriber base since then. And now all of a sudden you think you've done something wrong when really and truly you haven't. It's just the algorithm has changed, and it has you've done nothing wrong. And that's before we get into you post something and you have the trolls and the haters that show up. And unfortunately, nobody really cares. Sort of. Now, granted, you'll know, I hope you do, and I hope you have somebody, at least somebody in your life that really does care. And if not, seek out this person, or maybe be that person for somebody else, and it'll come back to you in another positive, in a good way, through karma, through positive energy, which we need a lot of that right now. But unfortunately, when it comes to social media, you can get to a point where YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, doesn't matter, Twitter, X, you can get to a point where you feel like nobody cares, because the algorithm makes it so that nobody cares. And it has nothing to do with you. You've done nothing wrong. You've probably done everything right. But unfortunately, that feeling, that emotion is translated to you, the poster, the uploader, the account owner, the content creator, the influencer, and that can take a huge toll on you, okay? And I tell you guys right now, for me, Michelle, us, we putting ourselves out there on a regular basis and being as honest and real and transparent as possible, it can kind of mess with you. It can kind of mess with you, but we try not to let that happen. We, each other, try to keep each other grounded and, focused. And I will say that a lot of you, a majority of you, most of you help in that as well. And I really want to say thank you. I really do appreciate it. And without any further ado, here's a little bit of what we put together yesterday. Don't take it out of context. We care, but they don't care. Take care.
You say, come on, let's go. I go. That's how it works. Ow.
Oops, my bad. I'll tell you what the real problem is.
Mm-hmm. What?
The sad, grim, honest truth and reality, man, that...
Okay. Please hold.
Is one, I don't know where this video is going to go. Two,
probably on a channel.
No one cares about you.
That is, well.
No one cares about you.
The majority don't care about you. I think you need to rephrase that, because there are people who do legitimately care. That's why they are here with us, whether it's your channel, my channel, our channel, whatever. There are people that do care, obviously, but I think the majority do not.
I guess in full context, I'm referring to some of the energy that I feel permeating from YouTube.
Okay.
To then push me into a direction that says, no one cares about you.
Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
No one cares about you. No one cares about anybody else but themselves, which is also quite possibly why some of the best content out there that is actually going to be helpful and beneficial to help people get ready, prepare, improve whatever situation they have that they want to improve upon is ignored.
That makes sense too. You mean like the David Bolin and stuff like that?
I mean like literally anybody. for instance, this is John Williams. He puts out relatively questionable content on a regular basis and gets a lot of views. But if you actually look at his channel with the content that's actually going to produce actionable change,
it gets nothing. It's
nothing.
Crickets. Because unfortunately, here's the problem. Here's the problem, and I'm gonna be just completely blunt with it. People bitch and moan that the titles and thumbnails and stuff to videos are negative. However, those are the only ones they click on. People don't click on the ones that are positive. The ones that say, I can fix this, I can help you, this is exactly how you can change everything that's going wrong in your life. People don't want that. People, for some reason, want to be able to stay in, I want to call it a pity party. Even I've been, guilty of that. But also the algorithm wants people to stay in this negative state, it seems. So they don't even push. That's a old ass Pontiac. They don't even push the positive stuff. They push the negative, and then they ding people for being negative. It's really weird.
Let me put it to you like this. So there's this little test, right? And it's an image, and this image has multiple images in the image.
Okay.
And basically, what they tell you is the first one you see describes who you are, or the first one you see you can never unsee, or anything like that. And it's like, oh, do you see the couple having sex, or do you see the mother holding the child, or something like, that weird little shape.
Yeah, that's
image.
Weird that those are the two things they put together. But
I'm not saying that's the one that they did, but you know what I'm saying.
Do you see the horse or the rabbit? Yes.
Yeah. But the crazy part about it is this happens on YouTube in videos too.
Oh yeah.
Whereas the video I just put up on my channel, I'm not saying that people haven't seen it, but I'm not getting any comments in regard to the actionable change towards positive success and growth and actual preparation for the shit show that's going to be the dumpster fire of 2024. Watch SquirrelTribe's video. I'm not getting any of that. I'm getting comments that have varying degree of complaints and negativity, because that's what people want to see.
Unfortunately. But I think sometimes, and this is going to sound wrong, but I think sometimes people prefer to see the negative so they can feel better about their life or their situations. At least mine isn't as bad as this. And I think we're all guilty of that, myself included. I gave you a squirrel face.
This is a super clean Pontiac feel. Like, I can't even pretend like it's not.
I mean, look how clean the wheels are.
Yeah. It's super sketch. I don't know if I'd drive it.
And it looks so incredibly low, but there's still so much space in the wheel well that it's crazy.
That was a normal sized car back in the day.
But then people became unnormal sized, so hard to...
Burn.
No, I'm just saying that
that's what you get for McDonald's supersize.
But that's the problem. Supersize me. Remember that documentary that came out with the guy with the red beard and the red hair, and all he did was eat McDonald's for like 30 days or something? But when you have all this processed food and all these chemicals and all this junk coming out, everybody's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, so the cars got to get bigger and bigger and bigger to accommodate the people.
Man. Now we are walking in the store. We got to make a pickup. I'm not going to do a store walkthrough.
No, we're not that people.
But stay tuned.
Or it could just be the Starbucks coffee, because sometimes it has the same smell.
Homeboy, he smells straight up like weed. He was high as a kite.
So when I was recording my video this morning at the beach, one of the construction workers was moving the backhoe or whatever it's called, because they're doing all that work on those houses over there, and it drove.
Yes, they have a Latin flair today.
Feels like I'm in a Mexican restaurant.
Are you going to get free chips and salsa?
That's for it.
We're in the expensive section because it's food.
Yeah, that's accurate.
And all food is expensive. Unless you're on a liquid diet.
Excuse me, sorry. I tried it one time and I was like, this is absolutely awful. Maybe I'd like it now, but I hated it when I was younger.
Hated it. $10 for red poinsettias.
Poinsettias? You know that's not even their real name.
That's what they call them.
Well, it's because they've hijacked the tribal name of them.
Huh.
You want to know what I realized? The fun part about customer service when you're older is that lady gave two shits about what my political preference was.
No,
whereas younger people have no political preference.
I don't think younger people have political knowledge.
I think 18-year-olds that are protesting Free Palestine and all this other stuff, they're doing it because it's the popular thing on TikTok right now. Not because they have any effing clue what is actually going on between Israel and Hamas and Palestine.
Well, what I was thinking when she said that was, tell me you live in Florida without telling me you live in Florida.
Oh yeah, when she said, "Oh, Bidenomics." But I also thought, you know, because she's older, she understands exactly what's been happening to the economy the last few years. Whereas again, 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, maybe 20-year-olds might not have really any kind of grasp on it because most of them are probably still living at home with mom and dad.
An older woman working at Target, probably not by choice. Yeah. You know, she can attest to how the economy has changed.
Yes.
For sure. And not in a good way.
Not in a good way.
Fiero's gone.
It is. But at least your car's still here.
It is.
Silver lining.
It didn't get repoed.
Silver lining.
It didn't get repoed today. Oh, man.
Oh.
But I was reminded. And it was actually, honestly, I forgot where I was coming from with this video. But fellow YouTubers, fellow content creators, right? Let's just say, it's like you could just look, okay? You could look at the channel, you could look at the channel subscriber count, you could look at the past video views, and you can look at the most recent video views. And folks that used to get hundreds of thousands of views, you know, 50, 75, 80,000 views on every video, struggled to get 20. And what does that tell me?
That the algorithm is changing.
It tells me that they don't care about you. The algorithm doesn't care about you. YouTube doesn't care about you. Theoretically, your old audience doesn't care about you, and you haven't picked up on the fact that that's changed. So now you go through great lengths to try to reinvent yourself and speak in a different tone, or provide a sad intro, or a heartfelt, warming discussion of how you're going to expose yourself and share things about your life that they've never known about it.
That's what I'll say. You gotta be careful with expose yourself.
You're going to discuss over the next 6 to 9 months, which means that you should subscribe and turn on alerts and notifications. Look,
for at least 6 to 9 months.
This is all good. Look, these are great tactics. Okay,
yes.
You know, you don't have to pretend that you're, you know, John C. Reilly in Talladega Nights and say, I'm a little bit confused by your tactics. No, this is clear. This is clearly identifiable, but it doesn't work. You know why it doesn't work? Because they don't care about you. Yeah,
that's true. People, I think you got to talk to the algorithm, which is very hard to do, especially for me. I don't know how.
You've never been real, well, when the time comes and all they want is real, then who are you? Because if you've never been real, now, if you tried to bring real, you've proven to your audience that
you weren't real before.
That now it's a fake.
Or is now the fake.
Your real was your first impression that you provided to the audience on YouTube.
Yeah.
So now, that's all you got.
Yeah.
Unless you want to start over. 100% start over. Which I can tell you right now, if you've got a few 100,000 subscribers, if you have multiple channels, if you've got courses and different things you're trying to sell, you don't want to start over.
No. Thank you for coming to our TED Talk. Orange juice makes me pee, not the mimosa itself.
Which I think would actually be a really good challenge. What? It would be a challenge amongst a group of creators that says, hey, start over from scratch. 100% from scratch.
Technically, I did that.
100%, don't tell anybody anything about anything.
Okay.
And see if you can do it again.
Digging into my fingers.
See if you can do it again. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the game has changed. And much like some of the stories that you're going to tell about the economy and the transfer of wealth and all this, that, and the other, the way you make money today is completely different than the way you made money a year ago.
It'll be different than you can make money a year from now.
Yeah. And if you need somebody to talk to, we're all ears. Feel free, reach out. Info below. See you guys soon.
I can tell you my problems, meditating my silence. But I keep pushing my pen, rotating my stylus. Brokenness feeling like sin, now no breath, low dollar. Used to be left on red, now all the girls go holler. Now all the girls go follow. All the fake fans gon' pop.